Honestly, I'm just looking at life and you can be so pissed off at the little things, you can be so mad at the big things. And I'm reading this book called Transurfing, right? It talks about pendulums being something that's sucking your energy, being social groups or constructs that you buy into. And at the end of the day, I guess a lot of famous people are people that actually get what they want out of life, just don't follow these social norms, which I completely understand. And I guess it's just so difficult when you can see a proven path of this is how you make something work and this is exactly how you create what works. Like you can see in YouTube, there's a billion ways how to attach people's interest levels or how to do open loops. And open loops are basically the way that you can pique curiosity. Like you won't believe what happened after this girl hit me in the face today. And then I start talking about something else that doesn't even pertain to that first thing to keep your attention throughout the video. But honestly, I don't care about any of that. I just want to talk to you guys about my life, tell you everything that's going on, what's super important, what's not important. I got this book called The Shadow Work Journal, and I'm excited to go into it because I journal every single day. But where was I going with this? Just exhausted trying to match what everyone else is doing. Honestly, that's what it feels like. It feels like I'm just so happy to share what it means to be successful in my own right and the things that I've done in my life as far as traveling, as far as finding new friends, as far as creating opportunities for myself. But this really weird, strange like sales tactic to try to get people to stay for the entire video is just annoying. And I remember very beginning of my TikTok career where I made a bunch of videos that were very trendy and it got me to like 10,000 followers, and that's why I'm allowed to create whatever it is now. But I guess maybe it's that fear of not succeeding that makes people like fall in line and just make videos that, hey guys, here's 7 tips that do this. It's like, I probably will do more of them, honestly, but like, dude, it is so exhausting because no one wants originality. You know what they want? They want, I've even made a little quote about this. They want like a cute carbon copy that is just going to sit in line and play the perfect role in their fantasy and make them super happy. And honestly, do you really want to be that? Like, if you could really succeed today by following the footsteps of someone else, exactly, step for step, and that was you who you were, just a little carbon copy, that's your entire future, that's your entire journey, would that make you excited? It doesn't excite me. I feel as if every single day could be a completely grand and new day, but this monotony of trying to sit down and succeed in something that doesn't really matter is just so draining. Like one day I want to be on a sea boat fishing and in the Antarctic on a fishing boat, just working there. Next day I'd like to be in the army. The next day I'd like to be at a music school learning about music. The next day I'd like to, I don't know, be on a sailboat. The next day I want to, I don't know, skydive, become a skydiver or a scuba diver the next day. Like I really don't care to be super consistent all the time and live my life day by day by day, knowing exactly what's going to happen in the next day. How is that exciting? I mean, I really do admire people that do the same thing over and over and over again for 40 years, but the idea has never excited me. One day I want to have a cabin and live in the cabin in the woods for about 4 to 5 months. Once I'm done with that, I want to move on to something else. I'm not looking for something to sit down and do for the rest of my life. And that'll probably change too. Eventually, at some point, I will want to be the person that does the same thing over and over and over and over and over again. But I've never felt like that. Don't think I ever will feel like that. I love every day being so full of adventure, every phone call being important, everything being able to be changed. I don't like people calling me and I'm like, oh, I'm so sorry, I actually made plans that day. Sorry, my life is sold. I don't want that. Nobody wants that. Is that really what you guys really like, enjoy? Is that really what is going on? Is that the only way to live? Is to have something that's consistent throughout your entire life, all of the time, constantly? What is the point of that? I haven't been sold on it since the day I was born. And I think it's biting back for sure. Like, I'm not going to say, like, just because I don't like it means my life is perfect. It's not. So maybe it is. Maybe that's the reason why. Maybe I'm buying into this short burst of energy and growth, or not growth, but like just quick dopamine But honestly, like, I feel as if every single day I'm like complaining in my life. Feels like I'm just like drawing on, trying to figure out this like this personal growth stuff. And it just gets laughable because I understand that on a consistent basis, I seem extremely positive, and you'd probably never know if I ever looked sad or anything like that. If you knew me in my personal life, like, William Stewart, sad? Are you joking? Come on. And I think it's maybe because I'm always writing down all of my emotions that happen to be negative and like overcoming them and whatever. But maybe I'm giving that way too much energy. Like doing shadow work, trying to figure out like what's holding me back, trying to find my inner self or whatever. It's like, what am I looking for, dude? And everyone hates the idea of you say, oh, I'm already perfect the way that I am. I love myself. I love who I am. Right? Like, I'm just perfect. I don't need to do anything else. It's like everyone gets so mad. At least the paradigms, or not the paradigms, but the pendulums of society. Like, I just say, you know, I just love myself. I love everything I'm doing. People get so upset. Especially people that are closest to you. They just will always want to change you in some way, shape, or form, adjust you, push you to some next level, push you to something else, off to something else, off to something else, off to something else. So that is the most draining thing ever, to always be searching for something. And if you're not searching for something, you're doing the wrong thing. That is, ugh. I spit on it. I know they have great intentions. I know everyone has good intentions for my life, your life, the things that everyone just wants the best for everyone, don't they? And at some point, it just gets exhausting. Like in my life, I've been a university student. I've been a sergeant in the U.S. Army. I've been a realtor. I've been a husband. I've been a this. I've been a that. I've been a best friend. I've been a close friend. I've been a confidant. I've been a teacher. I've been a COO. I've been a blah. And all those things just feel like obligation, and I don't really care for any of them. I would like to say a lot of them are super enriching at times, but it just feels like this ongoing search for happiness that I know is just right here. For some reason, I just won't let myself sit down and just, I'm good. I don't need anything else. I'm good. That's how I honestly feel. But if I told someone that, like, honestly, I'm good, bro. I don't need anything else. Maybe it's the person I'm talking to or referring to as myself. Like, if I told myself that, like, I'm just good, bro. Nothing else. You don't need nothing else. Maybe I'd have, like, an internal freak out. Maybe that's the thing. What are you going through? Because for me, I think it's all this personal development stuff. It's so much fun. It's so cool to learn about the mind and see myself go from despair and like hating life to like loving life. But now it's just like I'm so involved. Like before I was like so not involved. Now I'm like so involved that it's like that's a lot of emotions. You know what I'm saying? Before it was like no emotions. Now it's like you know, and it's so cool being so involved because I love the mind. I'm obsessed with learning more about the law of attraction and stuff like that. I mean, at this point, I've gotten to like the end of it. It seems like I've learned all there is to learn now. It's just like practice. And understanding that success is like a lagging indicator. I heard that from like Luke Belmar. It really is though. And it's like in the day-to-day, like unless you really, really enjoy what's going on right now, what's going to happen is you're going to put all this work in like now, which I noticed for myself, right? Like I told you about the TikTok thing, that like I put in a couple of pieces of work and like 4 years later, like that work had like a correspondence, like the law of correspondence. That's where my corresponding thing was 4 years later. And I see myself making these videos right now every single day. And I have to realize like, it's really going to be a lagging indicator. It's not going to be like, all right, I've been doing this for 3 months. Boom, my life has changed. Like, nope. Yeah, it's like, come on, please. Pretty please. Nope. You got to enjoy what you got right here, right now. This be it. This be the time right here that you got to enjoy. And there was also like the idea that I really want to be into music and go to music school. I also want to go to French school, like full. I need to do something immersive. I think the idea that when I was in the army, I would also just be gone for like extended periods of time, just like lots of time to think. And since I'm out of it, like I don't have all those like full months or 2 months where I just sit down and like do something else that just completely relieves me from life and like pulls me out of the matrix for a while. I really love immersive classes. So I want to do like French immersion, I want to do music immersion, I want to do that stuff. But it's like, do I just like wanting those things? It's not like I sit down and play piano constantly every single day. I play it when my friends are around and stuff like that. I play it to impress my friends, make them happy. God, there are so many questions that I've got. I just want to play music, create videos, and just do it because I like to do it. Just seems like the hustle and bustle of trying to get my video to do something just makes it not me. I'm like looking for what other people are doing constantly rather than just putting out what I would like to show you. Whatever comes out in the moment. On a side note, I feel like alcohol and like anything like that kind of puts myself completely out of the mindset of ever wanting to make a video, absolutely ever. And so I need to start making maybe videos ahead of time. I don't know. I still do it every day. That is all I've got. Just hit the subscribe button because that's what you have to say. Never mind. Don't subscribe. Forget about that. Just glad that you're here. I'm glad that you listened. If you actually listened to the very end of this, dude, give me a phone call. Like, leave a comment. Let's talk. Let's have a phone call. And let's just chat. Let's hang out. Me and you. Me and you, my boy. Or girl. You tell me. You gotta let me know what your life. You've got to let me know more about your life. Okay. That's all I got. And you're still watching. You can go now.